Welcome to Michelle's Opinions. On this episode of Michelle's Opinions, we're going to talk about the energy shift that we're dealing with this week. This week, we're dealing with a lot of old traumas. A lot of things are going to be coming up within people over a traumatic event that happened in 2001. We must get in front of this and understand what is going on and why things feel like they're going a little bit sideways right now. Old things are coming up for purging because of the trauma, this traumatic event that happened. So we must realize that this is going on in so many people who were traumatized. You could say worldwide traumatized. So when we, see things going a little bit sideways, when we understand that this is just because of an event that brings up, fear and loss and pain within so many people for different reasons, whether, their children went off to war or they were actually at the location, or any family member at the location of this event that traumatized the United States. It was on television for day in, day out, over and over and over again. And the people that went in there risking their lives and lost their lives trying to help other people. This event changed us. It changed us as a whole, and it did affect the entire world, as the world's eyes were all watching this event pretty much live as it was happening. That's how it was portrayed to us on the television day in and day out. So when you're seeing people go a little sideways and the energies are shifting all over and the empaths are going a little sideways, it's because all of this is coming up and back into the remembrance. And they'll have all kinds of ceremonies and remembrance ceremonies, which puts icing on the cake for why so many people and why we are feeling these energy shifts go the way that they are. So just get in front of it, ground yourself, get yourself in balance, and be prepared, because things will get a little rough this week. And as long as we're aware of it, then we can do a better job of handling it and being the best versions of ourselves that we can be. A lot of times people will pull videos down off of their channel. The reason I don't do that, and you'll see that even in the very beginning when I was first starting out, all of my videos are still there, because this is not only something to hopefully help other people, but it also shows my experiences and the growth and the shortcomings and the humanity, along with the progress and the leaps forward that have been made. So if I was to pull down the videos that I thought, I don't want people to see that side of me, well, then I'm being disingenuous. I want to be as authentic and show you guys what I go through as raw as I can, whether it rubs people wrong or not, or lifts people up. My goal is to lift people up and to let people know they're not alone. So, if we think about these things and keep our mind on higher things, knowing that we're all going through this as an individual sovereign, but also collectively as we're all connected, then we will get through this. And together, united, we will stand. It's when we're divided is when we have shortcomings. The last post I made, you may have heard a little frustration in my voice, but it is trauma, and anybody that's been following knows I've dealt with and am still dealing with a trauma that occurred in my life, my personal life. And it's frustrating when we're growing and we're learning and we're getting these deep, profound understandings that, some groups will judge that, you're not being Christian enough, or you're not being a light worker enough, or you're not being, I don't fit into any of those camps. But I'm okay with that, because I'm not much for the hive mind thing. I love companionship. I love sharing what we've all got to share with one another. That's how we grow and learn. I love hearing the wisdom and the understanding and the gifts and abilities that people are stepping into. I love all that. I love it. But the labels, we've got to drop the labels and realize that we all have that divine spark within us. And so, yeah, this week we're going to see a lot of what you would call backsliding, is what the Christians would call it. Or, the light workers, may question even their missions because of the energies that we're going to be facing this week. They may think, oh my gosh, we've just fallen back 5 steps, or, we thought we were further along than this. We are. It's just this remembrance and continual, perpetual, repetitive, drilled into our head annually. And it's an uncomfortable thing to face. It's uncomfortable. There were so many people hurt. Lives were changed forever at this time. So if we just understand that we need to keep that light shining within us, meditate on good things, pay attention to our intentions, and put them to the best good of all mankind. All mankind. Stop judging one another. Stop thinking that we know more about somebody than the person does themselves, because we don't. We only see what they allow us to see. And you can't make a judgment on somebody on the surface level. So a lot of people may be going through a lot of purging, and that's okay. We just need to get in front of it, understand it, and do not judge anybody on anything that they're doing or saying, as we are all feeling this energy. I've been feeling it for a few days now, coming in hot and heavy as we're getting closer to that date. So we're going to get through this. I know, because we do every year, and we will grow from it. It's just understanding it. Know that you're picking up on what is going on within other people. If you're empathic, if you're newly awakened and you feel like you're being thrown all over the place, it's because you're picking up the energies from other people. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. This is a necessity. We have to deal with things in order to process them, in order to move forward. I wanted to make this a quick share because it is important that we do our meditations and get ourselves grounded and connected to Source, God Almighty. Keep that link between you and Source strong, because you're not only going to be holding the space for yourself, but for other people also. I love you guys all so much. Please share what you know so we can all listen and grow. And I'm going to be coming on as on a live stream sometime this week, so look forward to that too. I love you guys. Have yourself a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon.